Forgot them.
Or are we gonna go over the topics real quick before we start and just like order or?
Yeah, we can.
Monica,
Wait,
you got them written down?
Please, let me get my pen.
Hold on, what?
Ike looked like Drop Dead Fred.
Then maybe people will view the podcast just to see who's looking weird in the shades. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got a good point there. They gonna think you somebody famous. Them motherfuckers on.
So they
I had to get myself together there. I was laughing too hard.
Believe in me, so baby girl, I gotta leave. Yo, feel like I'm dealing with shit your ex did, and I ain't choose to be in a relationship with him. Shoulda chilled before we got together, but you didn't, still broken. So how we supposed to work on we? I don't know, but I gave her a shot. Man, fuck it, she hot. Plus she brag about these songs I got. Said she want a real nigga, now she got a real nigga. Now she screaming, Ricky Loco. Used to them weird niggas, heard her. Cops at the door, what they want though? Busted in, cuffing a nigga. They smelt the blunt smoke. Hush, bro, all that I know. Charlie Chapman, don't tell the Jake she swung on a nigga. Reggie Jackson, real nigga, thought I told you before. Take me for joke, place the toast on the top of your nose. Don't want no smoke, blow your brains out the back of your skull. Did this before down in Kensington over some dope. This shit was gross, nigga. Adios, nigga.
Welcome everybody to our podcast. This is Phoenixville to Phoenix, episode 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if this is the official cast because it looks like Ike might be a permanent. He might have a permanent seat on the John as long as he wants to be on it. But yeah, we back, man. It's been a great week. You know what I'm saying? Our co-host Kelly, Bombshell Kel, and the lovely and responsible Monty, and of course Ike up in the corner smoking a blunt with some Drop Dead Fred glasses on. What's up with them glasses? Ike, they the dollar store Jones?
Just the sun was out, so I ain't want the sun in my eye while I was doing the podcast.
Yeah, see, it don't even matter where he came from. The sun was out, so he put sunglasses on.
You putting it on?
It's still out too. That's why I got them on. If it goes down, I might take them off.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
It's always sunny. It definitely ain't sunny out there. It ain't even sunny here. Fucking talking about.
It's not sunny at all. Actually, it was snowing earlier.
Fucking speaking of sun, I was pissed off because I realized I work tomorrow during the day and it's supposed to rain all day. And that overcast, I wanted a good because you don't get overcast in Arizona. It's just sunny all the fucking time, literally. Right. It's always sunny in Arizona, no bullshit. So I was trying to get that shot, and I seen today, I was like, oh shit, it's raining all day tomorrow. And I was like, I'm not going to even be able to get this shot. I'm gonna try to wake up in the morning and get it before work as long as it's not pouring. I could throw the drone up and get a dope shot. But yeah, just speaking of the sun, it reminded me of that. Video's almost done, by the way. It's coming soon.
All right.
Probably be out in the next week or two.
Not like one.
And then it's on to the next one. On to the next one.
Don't be mad.
How's everybody feeling? Feelings check? Set it off.
I'm feeling pretty good.
With the traditional feelings.
Let's talk about it. What's going on?
I'm feeling pretty good right now. One day at a time.
You look good.
All right.
You got the little Christmas decorations behind you.
Oh yeah. Getting festive.
That's some mistletoe or something, whatever that is.
This is a blanket. It's got some Christmas.
Where's B at? I think.
What's that stuff called? What's it called? It's not it's like the trimmings from the tree that they make the stuff out of.
Oh, what, mistletoe?
No, it's kind of what they make the wreaths out of, isn't it? Like just.
Oh, holly.
It's not all holly, but don't they use the actual tree, like the evergreen kind of?
Oh yeah, to like make wreaths and shit.
Yeah,
probably.
Make the wreaths and shit. Yeah.
All that. Like, what do they call them? Like tree? Yeah, I guess tree trimmings. Yeah.
The trimmings of the tree.
This is a blanket though. This ain't trimmings.
No, it just looks like it. It kind of looks like trimmings. It looked like kind of trimmings. It would have been
my Christmas border.
Now that we've got that established, we're good to go.
Absolutely. Good to go there. What's up? I'll go. Feelings check. Pretty good week, I guess. I can't really truly complain. I broke my can't really see it, but I broke my nail and it kind of like split down the middle. So
they hurt.
And I put gloves on and off every day. So I was like, man, what am I gonna do? So I just put super glue on. Super glued him up. It's gonna work too. I had to put some more on it today.
He said it's gonna work too.
It's gonna work.
When you super
tape it up.
I got a haircut today, and I talked to the lady that cuts my hair, and I'm gonna try to shoot a video in the barbershop. I gotta call the owner and see if he's cool with it.
I know that's right.
If he's cool with it, I'm shooting it in there. It'd be a dope ass little video scene.
That's what's up.
But what, you super glued your nail?
Yes, because if I would have tore it off, then it would have started bleeding and been all crazy, right? You ever cut your nails too short and they get all fucking, that shit hurts and shit? Well, it split down past that part, so I was like, fuck, I can't rip it off. So I super glued it. It was like a perfect split, so I just super glued it and it works. And I went to work yesterday, it worked. Everything's, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to get creative, you know what I'm saying?
Improvise.
You got to improvise, man. I figured out, you know.
For future reference, if you're interested, you could go to the pharmacy. They actually have nail glue. Could use that. Might work better.
Super glue works pretty good.
I knew that was coming today. We just gonna let Corey.
No suggestions offered here.
And yo, last beer until the baby comes. I'm gonna stop, you know, chill out. Just in case she goes into labor or something, I gotta be somewhat sober.
Somewhat sober.
You do, right? I would say that's you know.
I was laughing at the choice of words. You said somewhat sober.
Well, a lot of truth there. This is me, you know, expressing my truth.
Yeah.
Living my truth, because I do smoke a lot of marijuana, and I could be as high as a billy goat and still drive her safely to the emergency room.
The billy goat. I didn't realize. I always wanted one of the ones that pass out. The goats.
Yeah, that would just bug me out though.
Yeah, that wouldn't work for me.
Wrong.
If you that's what happens to them. So if you're smoking and you just go, yo,
and that motherfucker
and then they fall, but they get right back up.
We fall down, but we get up.
I don't understand why they do that. Like maybe it's like what do you want to call it? Like if a predator, so they think that there's something like, oh, he's already dead. I scared him.
That's their way of I know what you're talking about. Why can't I think of the word?
Because I guess they look at it like they ain't gonna outrun the motherfucker. So let me just pass out.
No, and it's weird because their whole body gets real stiff and then they just tilt over.
Rigor mortis set in, but it didn't. They jumped right back up. I think.
Yeah. Of course, I think it's funny. I want to get some. Have them in the yard and just yell, yo, watch them fall over.
Oh my God, just
that's crazy.
You have to make your own entertainment sometimes.
Yeah.
I know,
Ike,
right?
Ike, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Had an up and down week as far as like gambling, as far as life, but I'm not bad. I'm feeling good.
Good.
Can't complain.
What's up?
I like it. Kelly, what's up? You had a rough day.
The way you put it, because I sure did, but I'm feeling a lot better now.
That's good.
You know, I mean, I done smoked my blunt and I worked out when I got home from work. So I'll tell you one thing, them up and downs ain't no joke.
What happened? Homegirl thought you had the right one?
Yeah. And then she realized she didn't, because as soon as I walked over there, she was all sunk down in her chair. I said, Cinco, you better get under that motherfucking desk.
She was Cinco de Mayo up in that chair.
Yeah. I'm telling
She came up short like a Mexican.
You know what? And I've told her several times, nicely actually, when she has a smart mouth, and I get it, but you don't do that at work. Plus, you don't know me.
Yeah, and you better watch you.
How you gonna tell me to go to fuck home? I jumped up and said, you go to fuck home. And then I said, you need to go get some fucking help. That bitch been acting retarded. Walk around work, slamming doors and shit like you at home. Like you're
walking around smelling.
I fucking hate this place. Well then leave.
She walk around smelling like Preacher. Like, bitch,
Got the
you
dog all
don't, you don't
bugged
take
out.
your ass back home with that goofy.
Oh yeah, was the dog? The dog's probably like you said,
Mark is
bugged out.
looking at me like, yo, everything all right? So then I told Corey, I took it with me. When I went out to blow off some steam, I took
Well,
Harkins with me.
It's actually, listen, I learned this when I was training dogs up in Gradeford. It's very therapeutic to walk a dog when you're feeling, they tell you,
Corey, he caught me right
they tell you
there.
in therapy to walk the dog. It's like a
Yes.
thing, like in therapy. Go
We
walk
took
the
a
dog.
nice walk. And he drew a little bit on the walk, like he'd be drawn because he's still young, but we had a great time. And
Yeah,
I
'cause
calmed down.
Dogs
So they
have
got
good energy.
they got dogs at people's jobs now.
You can. I mean, my job does because it's like a rather small company, so it's just a few of us, and
Oh, it's like somebody's family dog or something.
yeah, it sure is.
Like I had a dog in my cell for the last year I was in jail. Literally.
You know who's scared of the dog, Corey?
Andrew Brower. Andrew Brower's big ass looked like he's scared of a dog. He probably scared of mice and everything. Like, if you don't get your big ass out of here, this nigga shouldn't be scared of a motherfucking buffalo. You know what I mean? Talk about he's scared of a damn little ass dog. A friendly ass dog.
Close my fucking laptop.
He big as shit. Yo, he's big as hell. He looked like he did a couple years upstate. He probably did. Shout out to Brower. Shout out to Brower, by the way. I'm not trying.
He said he shouldn't even be scared of a buffalo.
But he shouldn't be. There's no way Brower should be scared of no goddamn dog. Brower will crush a dog with his bare hands.
And Harkins is all friendly.
He running around lifting big ass boxes all day, talking about he's scared of a friendly ass dog.
Oh my gosh.
Mice. And mice be smaller than dogs.
Brower is the funniest.
I teased him one day. I walked past him. I said, "Get him, Hart." Fuck him.
Listen, motherfuckers that don't like dogs, they don't like dogs, dog. If you scared of dogs,
And he's not that afraid of him because he realizes the dog's harmless. But you know, he said, you know, they were like, don't bring the dog around Kenneth, they call him at work.
I mean,
I'm sorry, could you rewind?
Kenneth,
that's his name. His last name's Brower.
I understand that. I just
you thought at work they were just like, hey Brower, what's up? That was like his high school. That's what they called him in high school. Everybody probably calls him Kenny. His girlfriend probably called him Kenny. You know what I'm saying? We call him Brower still, like we
Kenneth.
Shout out to Andrew though, because Andrew, you know, he cool though.
Call him Kendrick. Chill, Kendrick.
Nah, but are y'all more afraid of mice or dogs?
I wouldn't say I'm not afraid of either. I mind mice more than I do dogs. Not from being scared of them. I just think they're like a nuisance.
Yeah, I'm terrified of mice.
Are you?
Yeah, terrified.
They're so little and they get like they're fast and they can
like
be
I see mice and I bug out.
What about out here? They got, for one, I don't like scorpions. They scare the shit out of me. My girl sees, I don't know how, our carpet's the color of a scorpion, and she be spotting them Jones. Like, yo, there's a scorpion. I don't ever see them. I'm probably walking past these Jones every day. I don't see them.
Oh my gosh.
They be in your house?
Yeah, they're like spiders. They'll come in. Yeah, they just come in. You can't not.
How big are they?
A spider. You know what I'm saying? You can keep your house clean, but they're still coming in. Like, they're going to get in your crib every now and then. And then you find them on the traps. So we had the little glue traps in the garage and in the house. You see them, you always see them on there. But you know what? I feel bad. We had caught one. And the crazy part is my neighbor, he's like real, I don't know, he's real like outgoing and shit. Like, but we were in the garage and we found a gecko, or was on there a gecko or whatever.
Gecko.
That was on there. So me and my girl got the glue bead on, and he was still alive, and sprayed it and peeled him off slowly, and he was cool when he ran off and shit. I hope he survived. I hope the shit didn't kill him that we poured on. We had to pour that stuff on him though. I hope that didn't hurt him. But
I love them.
he ran off, and the other boy was like, just kill it. Oh, the neighbor boy. I was like, nah, we ain't gonna kill it. He said he shot he said he seen a rat like in between our houses. And he said he said I had the 22. I was gonna shoot it with the 22, but I thought that'd be too loud. I was like, damn, nigga, this nigga up here shooting fucking rats with real guns. So he said he went and got the BB gun and just shot it a couple times with the BB gun and killed it.
Absolutely.
I don't know, it's a rat. I seen a big rat because we have like
I don't like
you got trash alleys in my neighborhood. You'll have like trash alleys. So where you know what I'm saying, like where the trash trucks drive through. Like you're not even really supposed to drive through there unless you're like a trash truck or like something like that. But they have that John, and you'll see rats back there and shit. That's just we live we're in the desert still. Like it's crazy how we're just in the desert. Like I was walking to work and seen a coyote. Like
They don't want no smoke or
literally in the field right over there. Like there was a coyote. Yeah, he ain't want no smoke. You seen him?
But they got rats in the desert.
He better go chase a road runner. You know what I'm saying? He better go chase a little road run. Beep beep. He ain't fucking with me.
I said they got rats in the desert. That's a good question.
I mean, I thought rats was only like in cities. Like I didn't know they was in desert.
It is the city, but I'm just saying I live in a city, but it's not like I can go 10 minutes and I'm literally in the desert, bro. Like desert, straight, all desert.
The thing about rats, they're so much more different than mice because they'll stare at you. They don't give a fuck. They'll approach you. They don't care.
Fuck you
this
up.
dog was big too. It looked like
and
like
they
a
get
cat.
they look like like fucking like big ass cats.
Yeah, it looked like a cat.
Ass tail.
Big.
I would have popped his ass too. Fuck that.
I saw them like, in the subway in New York when I used to go. I used to go often too with my ex, and like we'd be waiting and I'd see just like he'd be like, look, because it's like not fascinating, but I'm like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, it's a rat. Then we're walking in like Spanish Harlem, and this fucking rat ran by, and it like I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. That motherfucker was so fucking big and he was mean. Like I was surprised he didn't stop and like, yo, look, give me your fucking money. That motherfucker was for real.
Yo, Kel, you got robbed by a rat. You got mugged by a rat.
I would have gave him all my fucking bread and my heels. Fuck that shit. He could have my heels too.
And you walk home barefoot.
You'd have took them red bottoms off.
Yeah, they were red bottoms, but hell yeah.
I was trying to big you up. You know what I mean? You wasn't supposed to tell them they wasn't red bottoms, Kel. I told them last week I was a model. Like shit. Slide of these people. They don't know no better.
They were motherfucking
we can be anything. We can be anything we want on this podcast.
They were Manolos.
Oh,
you know what name I like? Mateo. It's a dope name. It's a dope name.
Mateo?
I like Mateo. Ricky Mateo.
What, your other personality?
Yeah, I've been, we haven't ran into each other lately.
I've noticed.
It's because I probably eat too many edibles for him to pop out.
Can you eat some more?
Because when I get manic, I turn into people. I transform.
I thought I heard one of your personalities on TV, but it wasn't.
Oh, look. My man.
His name was Teddy Brown Sugar Hawkins. I thought they said Benny at first.
My man relapsed. My man relapsed in my new video. He's all over it.
What up?
Oh, is he? All right.
He's in there chilling.
What up, relapse? Like he's a whole other.
He left.
Might as well be.
He left his mask here too when he left. He's sitting over there on the table.
He's over there standing in the doorway with the mask on the table.
He always likes to get in the rap videos. I mean, gotta hope relapse up. Might throw him in a song or two.
Hey.
I think Benny still has me blocked.
Yeah, Benny's Benny. Benny Schmenny. You know what I mean? Benny Schmenny.
Remember when I said recovery schmovery?
Come on.
We might will cut that part out because I was drawing. And I don't things like that to be like rude, obviously. I'm just like funny.
It's fine.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. We're all good.
Yeah.
Relapse isn't offended. You're good. He's cool.
Relapse is hard. That motherfucker ain't offended at all.
Nah, nothing offends relapse. That nigga used to live in the street and shit. He was wild.
Yeah, I'm a little intimidated by relapse.
Relapse is pretty strong though. He's made it through some shit. And he's
I
sober.
respect him. So
He's
I ain't
sober.
gonna-
He's sober, running around, smoking weed, getting on my nerves.
He's sober, running around smoking weed. That nigga.
Yeah,
shit.
that made
I mean,
sense.
listen. To
Relapse
answer
is relapse is doing 25 miles an hour down the highway.
Yeah,
Damn.
on 95.
Low
That shit was crazy. It was wild.
We on here drawing tonight.
Those wild times. So look, I had a topic. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it too. I'm a little
I
unprepared.
thought Ike was gonna get us back on track because he was on point.
Oh
last
yeah, and we didn't do. Yeah, we skipped off.
Ike ain't on point today.
Yeah, I'm off point this week.
All right,
That's
here's the topic, y'all. Is it unrealistic for a man or woman not to look at a beautiful man or woman when they walk by? Out in public.
Unrealistic.
And
Yes.
and listen, and you're with your mate. You're not by yourself. If you're by yourself, you look all you want, nobody's gonna know, right? But when you're with your mate,
it unrealistic?
what's appropriate and what's inappropriate? Better. That's a better way to put it.
Everybody can look. I've done it before.
And what's the expectations for you for your mate? Like,
I mean, as long
like,
as
bitch, you better not look. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's some of those out there. Like, you look,
yeah,
and you're gonna hear about that.
I'll get a little jealous. I think that's healthy too. But if he's like gawking and like
yeah, there's definitely a fine line.
But,
My thing is never look twice. Look once, get your good look, and then keep it moving.
Get
Quick.
your good look.
You gotta be quick.
But true.
You gotta get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? Like a robbery. Like you gotta. It's quick. It's just boom, boom. You know what I'm saying?
A little side eye, especially
Now,
with the imprint and the gray sweatpants. I'm looking.
Now, if your neck turns to a 45-degree angle, like you're wrong. Neck can't turn.
All right, so I'll tell you this. Like I would look.
You got to use the peripherals.
Peripherals. I would look, but like in the past, in all my relationships, I've had men look at other women, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I always,
Too.
it's not so much that it bothers me that they're looking, but I want to make sure that they know that I know that they're looking. I would like, don't break your neck. Like I make it obvious, and then, but I leave it at that. You know what I mean?
Of
You're
course,
running out.
I see you looking. Don't break your neck.
You gotta come up with something better than that.
Well, you know one thing I realized: women look too. Women know what? I think women look to see if you look.
Oh well, yeah, because we'll see the girl and be like, "Oh, he's gonna look at this chick."
I see my girl see the chick before I seen her, and I was like, "We
trust me, we see it. We see her way before you see her,
Mm-hmm.
and we already know. Like he's gonna look at her."
I done seen bitches about 2 miles down the street. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
You already know it's coming.
Anything. I'm quiet about it. I just like to observe and see how, like, really is he going to act.
Because, Kelly, there is a respectable way to do it for a man. If you're going to look, you know what I'm saying? There's a respectable way to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think the respectable way is to try not to let your girl see you looking. Like, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get caught.
How do you feel about it, Cord? Like, what if your girl looks at another guy? What's your,
I probably want some real shit. I probably would feel some type. It depends though, like how you looking. She breaking her neck, yo. You know what I'm saying? Who that nigga? You know what I'm saying? You know that nigga?
See, like when I was younger, I would really extend like the drawing part. Like now I might say like, oh, don't break your neck. But like if it was so obvious, and I'll be honest, I've said this before. I would say something to the girl. You want to take him home?
Really?
Oh,
I have said that before. Oh, absolutely. But it usually be at the bar or something if I was drunk. This is going back years.
Mama be out in the bar.
And look, and I'd rather say he's on the run. He's this. He's got a lot of fucking problems.
Monica, you can't do that.
You want to take him off my hands?
all because he looked a little too long.
Listen.
That motherfucker had the wandering eye.
You gotta cut him some slack, man. You gotta cut him some slack.
This is look after I had a few drinks in me or whatever, and then I'm noticing like maybe they're exchanged or whatever. So I'm gonna just let you both know. I know you're looking at each other. You want to take him home?
Well, no, if she
Do me a
looks
favor.
back, then it's
Yeah,
kind
if
of.
she looks back, that's a whole. I think that's a whole different ballgame.
That's when I usually said in the past, like I said, I feel like I've graduated from that type of behavior.
Man, look, my girl better not lock eyes with another nigga while she with me. That's
You know
all
what? I was getting ready to say too. My whole shit is like I make eye contact.
Yeah.
You ain't really gonna see, if I'm looking at if I, I might see the imprint in the gray sweatpant and I don't see the eyes. And if I make eye contact, I'm like, damn, I don't even. Maybe he's the one. I'd be off on some other shit, because I'm a hopeless romantic. I don't know. Maybe I'm with the wrong nigga. I didn't see this imprint. We locked eyes like we had a moment.
Now, when that happens, do you just like walk your man around the corner and then dip back around or something?
Nah, man, I don't go
Never
back.
done that?
I just make the eye contact, and if it's meant
that might be cheating, man. Like you just described damn near cheating. You talk about drop your chick off and circle back for homegirl, like you out of pocket, my nigga.
I guess
listen. You have to explain yourself on that one. You gotta explain yourself.
I guess I'm the only one that ever did it. Look like.
Let me just make this clear. It's just the eye contact, maybe,
But that eye contact lead to a whole
lot
of trouble.
It could.
I'll tell you one thing.
And I'm calling myself out on that because that's probably not a good thing, but I do that. But I'm single, so
when I was a young playboy on the scene, that locking eyes led to some shit. Whether you was with a girl or not. You know what I'm saying? Them don't lock eyes. That lock eyes, that mean a lot. That's why I said my girl better not lock eyes with them, because I ain't locking no goddamn eyes. I might look at something. I ain't locking no eyes. Shit.
Yeah.
Lock some eyes. Listen, that's when it's gonna be some trouble.
They never lie.
That's when it's gonna be you know what I mean? Some words used violently.
I'm just reflecting on my own behavior of how drawling that probably was. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, that
you want in?
Running his tapes.
I just know there's a couple of people watching the show that just was left around the corner one day at the mall and was wondering why. Now they watching the show. It's like, damn, I knew it.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, I'll give you another one.
Let's go.
I don't know if any of you ever cheated on somebody, but have you ever cheated? You guys probably haven't, but I've been in a situation where I was cheating on someone, and I went to the mall like a weirdo and ran into like 3 or 4 people that knew my girl and see me with I was like, yo, tripping. Wow. That's a rough one. And listen, it didn't get back. I don't know how, but salute to them people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Emily D'Angelo for not telling on me. She used to work at the Little John and the John. Remember Emily used to work there? I don't know if you remember that.
Cool.
She used to work in the mall.
At least they didn't ask, like, have you seen anything? Hold on a minute. Have you seen Corey doing anything out of the usual? Nothing out of the usual. Yeah.
That's now the norm.
I should have got caught. I'll be honest. Being an older gentleman, I should have got caught for that. That was some dumb shit.
An older gentleman.
I guess that's where we're at now. I don't know.
I'm older than I was. Back then, I was 17 years old. 18.
Ooh, it doesn't even seem like it was that long ago.
Why would you take her to the same mall that your girlfriend or your girlfriend's friends frequent? Why wouldn't you go to another mall?
Because Phoenixville. I took her to King of Prussia. It's not that close where I didn't think I was going to run into 15 people. Yeah, but that's just,
You should have took the side joint to Exton, not to King of Prussia.
And I was doing wrong. So, I wasn't thinking right.
You're watching.
Derek would take her where?
The side Jones go to Exton Mall.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
The side Jones go to Coventry Mall.
Coventry.
I thought it was used to be Coventry.
Side Jones get a slice of pizza at the Coventry Mall, John. Side chick get a slice of pizza.
Then you take her across the street to the Carmike movie theater.
Yeah. That's the whole thing right there, Kelly. That's it. That's where side joints go, right to Coventry.
Oh, man, fuck that. I ain't being nobody's side joint. You ain't taking me to the car.
But they used to have the movie theater out there in Coventry, though, right?
That's what we're talking
that's
about.
what that's
okay.
what
Yeah.
And a movie. That's it.
Yes. Shout out to anybody in Phoenixville. If the nigga you just started fucking with takes you to Carmike's movie theater, you decide, John. He got a girl. I'm telling on niggas. Got a girl.
I know I spent all day at that joint one time. Like I seen like 3 movies in a row.
Yeah, that's right. They had the old ass soda fountains. Shit. It was like I went with Jenny Trout. We seen My Bloody Valentine. So it was in the 2000s, but everything in that motherfucker was from the 80s. The soda machine, everything. The fucking
It was like colonials, huh?
Yeah.
Like
I like that,
colonials.
Yeah, it was like that.
I like
the seats
I like
were
how they have
uncomfortable.
Just
how they
without
have
the
the
balcony.
popcorn makers.
Just
Yeah.
without the blob running out the front.
Yeah. How about Blobfest when they all come running out the colonial?
Get the fuck out of here.
What is the blob fest? That should be popping, man.
There's like hundreds of people come running out screaming. I remember I used to live like right across the street.
Yeah.
I looked out the window one day and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Everybody was dressed up all crazy and shit.
I'm trying to do that shit, man.
Let's do it, man. Well, we probably ain't gonna have it this year. Probably.
I'm gonna shoot a rap
Yeah, we'll have to
video.
run out with our masks
When
on.
do they normally build the Phoenix? Or is that past? Is that the fall?
Yeah.
Nah, it's normally like this time of year, I thought,
Like, they light it
like
up in
now.
December.
Yeah.
They
it's
light
normally
it
like
up in
this time.
December.
I'm saying
All right.
I
Guess they
usually
ain't
light,
do it this year.
I usually light it up in December.
Yeah. All right.
So I guess they didn't do it this year.
Kelly.
Nah, I don't know.
Kelly.
Bitch, light up.
Yo,
I
let's
mean, they
talk about that.
they done it.
Who burnt the Phoenix down? Keep it 100.
I
Who y'all
don't
think
know.
burnt-
I've been
Who y'all think?
researching.
Because I got an
I've
idea
researched
if I think who did that shit.
I've been researching.
So do
it.
I, but I choose not to share.
Yeah, but I found nothing.
I found nothing.
I think
that's
I
what
think
I meant.
Brisky burned it down. It's like I'm just joking.
Oh, come on.
I don't know if
He
Brisky burned it down.
did not.
We ain't gonna give Johnny John. Johnny's a big Foundation fan. Salute to Brisky. I like Brisky.
I love Brisky, man. I ain't seen Brisky in years.
I thought I saw him the other day, but
Yeah.
it was some other man that was wrapped in a comforter
He
skating
had a
down the street.
Facebook page like not that long ago, like a week or two ago. He had a Facebook page or somebody made him one.
I couldn't believe it.
He was posting shit and all that.
I'd expect to see that because we've seen that with Brisky before, but I was a little taken off guard when I seen some grown ass man. He was wrapped in a comforter,
Was that Brisky?
skateboarding down the street.
Was that Brisky?
He was
No, it wasn't. It was
I
somebody
asked you if
else.
that was, I remember asking you if that was Brisky, and you said it wasn't. I was like,
No, it was not.
I thought
So
it
you
was.
seen somebody skateboarding with like a comforter wrapped around
A
them?
comforter, a
wild.
whole bed comforter
That's crazy.
around the head, around the arms, and all you see was the legs going. The
Where-
metal.
that-
She took
Where
a
was
picture.
that at? In Kensington?
No, right on 2nd Avenue.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Monica, send me the picture. I'm gonna throw it in the intro.
Okay.
Woo!
And this was what, during like in summertime or what?
No, this was just about 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
it was a couple
I'd
weeks
say
ago.
maybe 3.
Damn, that's crazy.
It was a little cold that day, and instead of, I guess, a coat, he chose to bring out a comforter.
Yeah,
You gotta be a
anybody-
hell of a skateboarder though to be wrapped in a comforter, because if you fall or something, you can't even put your arms out or nothing.
Yo, I
I
got
know
a
back in the day, the bull had his on like a cape, like he was a fucking like Superman or something.
This one was over the head
Okay.
and then wrapped like this, like he was in a freaking, I don't know, the tundra outside.
Yo, I got a trivia question for you. Guess
Oh.
what the temperature was here today, the high.
The high. I'm gonna go with 91.
Ike, what do you got?
I don't know, probably like I would say like 40.
What do you got, Mom?
40.
He's probably right, and I'm all wrong. Talking about 91.
87.
Monica's the closest. It was 81 today.
Okay.
It was a nice 81, like just
I would have
perfect.
won on the prices right. I'd be on my way to play Plinko.
Perfect. I guess 40. Ike,
Well,
it's
it's like 40
80.
here.
Ike,
I mean,
it's
it was like
81.
40 outside.
It's 81 degrees now. Now it's going to get.
It's like 40 here, right?
Now look in the
Yeah,
next
we were
hour.
talking about where Corey's at with the weather is there.
30 here.
I mean, I thought he
Cold
was.
as shit here.
I thought he was close by.
Now that I'm all stoned, I'm gonna try and fire up this flat blunt. See what happens.
He said I thought he was close by. What? This John called Phoenixville to Phoenix, nigga. We up here lying to the people. I'm down the street. I'm in Potsdam.
I mean,
It's
shit,
40 degrees.
I figure if you talking to me, the weather the same it is outside as it is wherever you at.
I'm in Spring City with Ann Hellduzer.
Every time I tell somebody like I'm from Phoenixville, they tell me I'm from Arizona. They be like, "Oh, you from Arizona, huh?" Like, now I'm from Phoenixville.
When Corey called and it said Hellduzer.
Yo, tripping.
I can't do this.
Woo! That shit, that was like probably one of my favorite moments in life because me and Jenny was chilling and her room phone rang. And I said, what the fuck is Ann Hellduzer? And then she answered and it was Corey. So then I started calling him Corey Hellduzer.
Yo, I got a quick question. My son asked for a Grand Theft Auto. Is he too young for Grand Theft Auto? My dad, I got into my dad because at first I was like, yeah, but I'll look into it. And then I was getting.
But you want an ice pop?
I was on my way getting in the shower, and I was in the shower. You know how you do your best thinking in the shower. I'm like, hold up, this little nigga. I don't know if he old enough for. I mean, he's going to be 10.
How old is he?
He's going to be 10. He's 9, but he's going to be 10 in like 2 months.
I think
I would say he's too young.
Like you think so?
Well, yeah, because they be kind of drawing a little bit on that game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't mind to shoot him up. I don't mind to shoot him up.
Why don't you get him something like Need for Speed right now?
Look at
we were playing Mortal Kombat at fucking 7 or 8.
Yeah, but Mortal Kombat's better than that shit.
Well, they got fatalities. I mean, there's a lot of shoot 'em up stuff.
I mean, I would let my son play Mortal Kombat, but I wouldn't let him play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I think
I want to play Need for Speed.
Well, what's these V-Bucks? What's that by? What's that game about?
That's Fortnite, and Fortnite is pretty much. I don't really understand the whole point or concept of the game, but I mean,
is it like fighting?
Well, they shoot each other.
Yeah.
And you kind of run through abandoned buildings, and you take what's left there. You know, there may be some stuff, some guns or loot and shit, and you take that, and you know, you try to be the last man.
Running around robbing and killing people.
It's usually and it's usually abandoned shit. Like they believe in somebody hops out their car, you could take their car, but it's not like on Grand Theft Auto where they're ripping them out the car and shit. Get the fuck out of the car. You know what I mean? Okay. It's not like that.
I never played Fortnite, but I know it's like it's more kid friendly though. Like I know a couple of my bulls, they play with their sons. Like, I mean, they don't live with their kids.
What parts should they be doing the dances? Because wasn't that big when it first came out? The dances?
Well, yeah, that's part of like what they call a skin, right? Which I think this is pointless, but this is just my opinion. So
it's clothes, right?
Yeah, it's the clothes. So like everybody wants to rock a new set, right? But my whole thing, and the new set may come with a dance, but it don't give you any more purpose in the game. So that's why I feel like it's a waste of money. Like at least with the games that I played growing up, like, and I'll just use a simple one like Mario, right? If you got the tail, then you could fly. If you got the flare, you could shoot.
Well,
the skins, they don't give you nothing. You just get a goofy dance move half the time, and you rock a new outfit. That's it. Like the one time my daughter got one, it's got a backpack, but she can't carry no more guns in it than somebody else at them got one. So it don't really give you any more special privileges. Some of them
Okay.
occasionally do, but it's like very rare.
Yeah,
So
you
you're
gotta
you're
give.
you're
You gotta give.
buying from, because see, the game's free, and this is how they get the kids, and then the parent, they try to convince the parents. So you don't have to purchase this game at all, but if you want to look a certain way or whatever, have this new skin that's coming out, this is where the V-Bucks come. So you may spend $10 of our bread,
The
and then
best.
there's 1,000 V-Bucks, but 1,000 V-Bucks don't buy you shit in that game.
Yeah, but it's the best marketing tool. They found a way to give you something and then make you pay for it later, and you're gonna pay way more. You'll pay
They
maybe
killed it.
you'll pay way more than 60, 70 bucks for that game just in V-Bucks over the next year.
They definitely killed it, but
So they're gonna kill
so
you
I'm
that
not
way.
gonna knock. I'm not knocking their hustle, but I'm saying as the consumer,
Messy.
But that's what we do.
Yeah, but
That's
I
what we
can't
do in
convince
life.
my kid that it's. I've been trying to convince her that it's stupid to spend money on an outfit that don't give you any more privileges in a game.
Well, listen, in real life, it's stupid sometimes to buy some of the outfits we buy
I guess,
that don't
does
give
that
us
mean
any
I
more
need to tell
privileges.
Monica, does that mean I need to tell my daughter, because she's trying to start playing that shit? I guess I need to let her know before she even start playing, huh? Don't come to me asking about no money for no damn outfits.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Well, I think that's the whole game.
I
It seems
appreciate
like
it.
Now
that's
you can still play. You don't gotta have
Yeah,
the
but
certain outfits to play.
Yeah, definitely
but
not
you
if I
don't
got paid for them motherfucking
you don't
outfits. I
want to
got paid
be
for the outfits you wearing in real life. Yeah, I mean,
Right?
that.
Right.
listen, they don't want the John it comes with. You get one outfit, that's it.
And I got paid for your little baby doll outfits and shit. Now that's a third outfit I'm buying. Shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, no. I got caught up in that. The quarantine caught it up. She always had like a console, but she didn't really have too much interest in it. But when
Mhm.
quarantine happened, she kind of went towards that video gaming.
Yeah, because of boredom. It's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Sit in the house, she's trying to figure it out. Yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely.
I know I was like, my daughters don't really play video games like that, but I was trying to like, yeah, with the quarantine and shit. And I was actually just realizing like, I'd rather my kids play video games than like be on YouTube and like Twitch or what's that? I don't know, or
Twitch.
TikTok and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the names of these shits, but like I'm thinking like now with all this shit like brainwashing, I don't know if y'all watch that Social Dilemma shit, but I'm thinking like I'd rather my kids just play video games now.
Definitely.
Like I feel like at least they're not gonna be brainwashed.
Yeah.
That's an addiction in itself, though, for some people. Not everyone. A lot of
Yeah,
people.
but it's definitely an addiction. But I feel like with all the other addictions now with social media, because obviously we didn't have social media growing up. It was pretty much just video games. But I'm telling you that I'm seeing social media, you know, like especially with little girls, a lot of little girls are committing suicide and shit now because of this, like, you know, social media and shit.
Yeah.
Where like girls ain't committing suicide playing video games. You dig what I'm saying? Like it's less harmful to our kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it sucks because as kids, like we know as adults, but like as children, you know, you're going to grade school, middle school, high school with these people. Most of the time, and obviously our situation is a little different, but I think we're more of the exception. But most of the time, after school's over, you're not going to fuck with any of these kids anymore. But at the time, they're like your whole world. So you're so worried about what they have to say. And that's the only thing, that's one of the things I don't like about school. And I don't think so much that the school teaches it, but it's just that, you know, you being around these same kids every day, and then you start to really hold their opinion to this high value.
Right.
When little do they know, after school's over, you probably ain't going to even be dealing with any of them kids no more, for the most part. But like Ike said, you know, you're over there getting yourself upset and maybe like questioning about harming yourself because such and such said this about you. You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
Right.
But they don't see the big picture that you ain't even going to be dealing with these people after school.
Well, I just seen that like, yeah, I mean, I just seen like little girls, like suicide rates is as high as it's ever been. And a lot of it's due to like social media. Like how you said, like when we left school, we went home and chilled with our families and shit. We ain't even think about the kids in school unless it was the kids.
I didn't hang with nobody I went to school with. I hung with y'all. I didn't
Yeah,
go to
you just
school.
and most people just chill with the kids on their block and shit. You know what I mean? But now you go home and you be on that little stupid social media shit, and kids be catching feelings, and kids be trolling and bullying. Well, yeah, it's a lot easier to bully a kid over a computer than like in real life, because a lot of these motherfuckers ain't bullying people in real life on a computer.
No.
Everybody be bold.
I haven't even given my daughter a cell phone yet. Everybody in her class got one. Well, everybody got one. I said everybody's mom. I'm not everybody's mom.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
My son got one.
These your own. For me, I'm not doing it.
My son got a YouTube channel.
Okay. Responsible mom. What age do you think you will let her have a cell phone?
Maybe 12.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think like me personally, I just think cell phones is more for like kids that just need to talk to that other parent. Like that's what I think. Most cell phones like that need to talk to the other parent, but yet the two parents don't necessarily get along. Like that's how I originally bought my daughter a cell phone. Like not that she was old enough for one, but it's just me and her mom really couldn't talk on that level yet. So I'm like, here, I'm gonna just pay for my daughter to have a cell phone, and it's up to her mom. If she getting punishment or something, and I call my daughter for a couple of days, she don't answer. And then when I do get in touch with my daughter, my mom took my phone away because I was on punishment or whatever.
No, yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how most like little kids be getting phones and shit.
And if I did get one at 12, it would be like you said. I think it would be she'd be able to contact certain people. I'd have it where it was set up like that, and that would be
lock it in. Yeah, you could lock in exactly.
I mean, like I said, we made it like pretty far without phones, without cell phones. So I still think with that, like, well, I made it without it.
I think I was like 18 when I had my first cell phone.
I think I got mine at 17.
It was 610-733-8604.
Yes, I remember it.
Remember that?
I remember you were the only one that could page people because you were the only one that had the cell phone at first. I remember it was long distance to page your number. Oh wow, I'm so in our age.
That's because.
But yeah, I wasn't allowed to have one. I guilt tripped my dad.
You never had to pay the bill for the pagers.
Yep.
You could get one turned on and would never have to pay for that, John, ever. It'd probably still be on now if the company's still.
Right.
I'm serious. Them phones stayed on forever.
Pagers never had a bill?
If you had to know how to do it. You had to pay like $100. You had to pay $100. And I remember there was a few spots. There was a few spots in Phoenixville that would do it.
I know I had a bill for my shit.
They basically break the John and motherfucking just throw the chip in, and your shit's just always good. It's live.
Running.
Yeah, it's
like how Lex used to like chip up the PlayStations and shit.
Yeah, it's like there's no bill attached. It's like they do it with the employees. So employees would have like that free company pager that ain't nobody getting a bill for that. Like it's just a write-off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to. I actually convinced my dad to get me one.
It's like free cable, I guess. It's the best way to kind of pass it.
Oh, what, the pager? Yeah.
For what,
I was just talking about cell phone. I wasn't allowed.
Big Andy got you a cell phone?
Yeah, I think I probably pulled the guilt card maybe a little bit there. My mom told me no. And
so you went. Hold on. So you went behind Big Teresa's back and asked your dad.
Yeah, my dad showed up one time and picked me up, and I asked if I wanted a cell phone. So I got.
Now, all right, let's put this into context. So let's say Alana wanted a cell phone and Mom's saying no, just like Big Teresa said no. And let's say slides into Bert, you know what I'm saying, my man Beezy, and Beezy copper one. He just like, all right, yeah, whatever. Like, and maybe he didn't think to maybe ask you or something. I don't know how that went, but let's just say he buys her one. Would you be mad?
Well, yeah, because I think it's a little bit different relationship. We're on the same page. He wouldn't get her one without running it by me, or vice versa.
I thought about that, but I was like midway through. I thought about that, and I was like, "Damn, that wouldn't work." Y'all communicate.
Yeah, we do. But like, and I wouldn't say that my mom and dad didn't communicate. I just think that my dad felt like he had to do something.
Yeah.
She wants a phone. I'm gonna give her a phone.
Nah,
And my
but that's
mom didn't
what-
give me too much shit about it either. I think
that's-
too, my mom also knew that I didn't have no credit at that age, so it would have to go under her name. So she probably thought, well, better it's under his name than mine.
Yeah, she might not have minded you having one, but she was like, "Nigga, you ain't putting that shit on my shit."
Yeah, and I think that might have been
paying for
part
your
of the
bill.
reason. That was never said, but I'm thinking that might have been it because I don't remember.
But you always worked too. So how old were you? Because you've been working since I know you.
Oh, I was 17, and she was telling me I couldn't still have a phone, even though I had money
Oh,
to
so you
pay
didn't
the
have a
bill.
phone back? Yeah, you know what? We was just getting phones back then. Because I remember
Exactly.
I was doing a little hustling back then, and I got me some bread up to get a phone.
Yeah.
And I had the Sprints. Remember we had the Sprint? We had the Sprint phones.
The church, John.
Me
too.
Me, Derek, and Lil J had the Sprint phones, and we would and you could talk. It was the chirp back then, but it was
Nextel.
but it wasn't. It's when Sprint bought Nextel.
Yeah.
They literally bought the company, so they had the chirp, but you had to buy the phone. The phone was $300. It was like $299 for
It
the
was
phone.
like something.
They were dope. They were flip phones. They were the flip Jones. They were the ill Jones.
Remember the StarTech Motorola's?
I think back then they was the hardest phones, the Sprint ones that we had. But yeah, I remember the Motorola's. I remember all them Jones. The Razors, when they came out, everybody had a Razor.
Yeah.
Shit.
What was the one that you could play the snake game? Was that Nokia?
Yeah,
the Nokia had Snake. Yeah, that was they shit.
Yeah, Kel, you had the dope antenna on it or the case.
Yeah.
Remember?
It's a flash, different colors and shit.
Yeah.
So now,
remember the house phones too. If you were a teenager and you had your own line, everything was see through back then. Remember?
Yeah, D bought me that.
Phones.
My 17th or 16th birthday, the see-through bedroom phone.
Yeah,
they do that. They do that in jail.
That picture we took, huh?
They do that in jail. They got the see-through TVs.
Yeah. I seen one at Lori's house at one time. I said, "Where'd you get that?"
It was the jail TV. It was in the second living room, and she always would have it in there.
The radio too, the little radio.
Yeah, the little radio. It's the jail zone. Let's just say I copped a few too many of those over the years. The radios were my shit though. I'd rather have a radio over a TV most of the time. If I just get to jail and I gotta choose to either get a TV or get all my shit to get comfortable, like buy your clothes, your socks, your t-shirts, your boxers, get all your shit, your deodorant, all your cosmetics. Or sometimes you in there and all you got enough for is that TV. And sometimes I know niggas that ain't have deodorant because they was like, man, I'm copping too, dog. It's like you got to make a choice. Is you a dirt ball? Is you a dirt ball or not? You know what I'm saying? That's one of them Jones. Is you a dirt ball or not? Because a dirt ball nigga gonna cop that too. Like, man, fuck it. I'll take a shower 3 times a day. Like, yeah, all right. You in here. You're in here with your hut smelling like motherfucking cockroach Karen's crib.
Yeah, but you're around niggas who give a fuck what you smell like.
Fuck that. That's why you gotta smell right.
Only time I'm trying to smell good is if I'm trying to get some pussy. If I ain't trying to get some pussy, I don't give a fuck what I smell.
It ain't about smelling good. Like
no, but you gotta be in the hut with somebody.
If I live in a cell with you, nigga, you better be clean, dog. Like that's the only requirement I got. Just be clean, bro, and don't steal. Because when you cellies want to steal shit like that shit goofy. We live too close to each other. Just chill.
That's
but
true.
You gotta get in that water. Like sometimes you gotta make niggas get in the shower in jail. I used to hate shit. Jail's the worst place on the planet. It's one of the most inhumane places ever. Jail sucks. It just does. Jail's the ass cheek.
You all right, Cal?
Yeah, my light almost fell.
Oh, shit.
That was the lever thing.
But my thing is, like, is it wrong for a kid that, like, asks his other parent? Like, you know, when one parent says no, is it wrong for a kid to go, you know, when he's with his other parent and ask him, you know, for whatever it is?
Yeah, it's wrong.
You're playing both sides. So if the kid knows that they could take advantage of the father or the mother, then you're not going to be able, you can't co-parent like that because it's like, oh, if mom says no, I'm just going to go ask dad. That starts big problems.
If both of the parents was in the same room, you wouldn't ask one and go ask the other. So why would you do it when they're not in the same room together? You're trying to play, it's a con. You're on some shady shit.
And
But
once the kid knows that they can do that, it's a wrap after that.
Yeah, they're gonna keep trying it until they get caught, or so they might, it is what it is. But I think it develops a bad habit. I think you got to break that in kids, because that's a shady way of thinking.
It is.
It's shortcuts. You're trying to find a shortcut in life. Like my dad said no, so I'm gonna hope my mom says yes.
No, but I'm gonna go ask my mom, and maybe mom's a little more lenient.
See, I disagree. Because I understand what y'all are talking about, but you have situations where certain parents are brainwashing their kids, and they're afraid to ask their other parents something that might be something normal and regular, but because they're so brainwashed to be like, I'm not allowed to ask nothing, that I don't agree with. Like, I always tell my kids, like, if they want something, ask. You know what I mean? If I say yeah, and then your mom has a problem with it, then we'll talk about it. But I don't ever want my kids afraid to ask something, because I feel like
I feel like they could ask you, but I feel like as a parent, then you should at least hear what the other parent has to say on why they don't think that they should have that, whatever item that might be.
But how do you even know if they even ask that other parent though?
You ask them, like, Alana just asked me for this.
But what if y'all don't this? Well, what if you don't communicate with the other parent?
It's hard for me to comment on that, because I feel like communication, if you're going to be co-parenting, is important. I haven't been in this situation.
Then I look at it like the kids is going to win, because they got the leverage. Because if mom say no, I know I could ask dad, and if he say no, then it ain't happening. But
especially if I know that mom and dad aren't going to conversate about this ever either.
Yeah, it's like I got a plan A and a plan B. So I got two ways this could work. You know what I'm saying?
Just think about report cards. Oh, fuck it. Well, I'm going to tell mom dad signed it, and I'm going to tell dad mom signed it.
I did that. Listen, I did that when my parents.
That's a little different, though. I feel like that's different.
Like when mom moved back in the crib, when we was in, like, I don't know how old he was, but I used to do that shit. I used to say, all that. I used to just lie. Like, oh, the nigga, I was making shit up. I wasn't doing none of that schoolwork. But I would have, like, my mom sign shit. Because my mom was like, cool. She ain't really give a fuck. Yo, mom, look, I fucked up on this test. Sign this joint. She'll sign it for me. Like, Mom Dukes would look out. Like, she ain't on do nut shit. Like, I'll tell your father. Like, she wasn't on that type of shit. Right. She was just like, you better get it together. You know what I'm saying? But I never did.
But you knew to ask her as opposed to Big Sid.
Yeah, I wasn't going to take it to my dad, because that's a whole hour-long conversation. I got to sit there. He going to just grind me up. Then he going to help me. And then he going to break the book out or tell me to bring it home tomorrow, and we got to do a 3-hour study session. No, we wasn't doing all that. I
learn to juggle.
I didn't like school enough to come home and have to do it again when I get home. Nah, it wasn't happening. So I just didn't do it at all. So, like, my dad couldn't ask me when I got home. After a while, they was like, all right, this nigga just ain't doing school. That just ain't.
I always thought it was dope that he had you juggle. It's a punishment. Or no, to get out early from your punishment. I thought that was
and then
cool.
He ain't even let me out.
But you learned to juggle.
He let me out like the next day, but he ain't let me
out. I love that quality. I think it's so cool that people can juggle. Maybe because I've tried so many times I can't get it.
I'll tell you what happened. He went to Sharper Image. I don't even know what I did to get on punishment. Something. I might have got suspended from school, or I wasn't going to school a lot of times. So I don't know what I did. And I'm not bragging about it, trying to glorify it, but that was just what it was. Like, I think if anyone knows me from Phoenixville, he knows my strong point was academics. You know what I'm saying? But so fucking, I don't know what I did. Maybe got suspended or something. But he made me learn how to juggle. And I did that shit in like an hour. I learned. I was like, just show me how to do it. And so he showed me, throw this, and then this. It's just it's 3 moves. And then you just repeat them. But it's muscle memory. So you just got to keep doing it until you get it. I got pretty good, I guess, hand-eye coordination. So I kind of picked it up fast. But then I would juggle everything. We'd go up to Donna's crib and be juggling. I taught Joe how to juggle. We'd be up there just juggling her fruit. She'd be flipping. Because we'd be dropping the shit on the floor. The apples be all bruised up. She was like, if y'all gonna drop this shit, just throw it out. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because one bad apple will spoil the bunch. Now all the apples is fucked up because we down there juggling with a few.
Hide up at that
time. Midnight cooking food, trying not to wake her up, and Joe juggling. Look, check this out, Cora. I'm like, nigga, not right now. Like, this ain't the time to be dropping fruit on the floor in the morning when we trying to sneak back in the house. when we
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
snuck out to go whatever.
Watch me juggle some fruit core.
Y'all used to sneak back in the house and then cook a bill. Y'all
Yeah,
some
and then
brave
listen,
motherfuckers.
Joe didn't give a fuck. Joe knew we was gonna get caught. He was just like, fuck it, man. We cooking burgers. This nigga be
Yeah.
cooking burgers out on the grill. He'll go in the crib, grab the burgers.
I guess
come
the
out.
way that Joe's looking at it, it's like if we're going to get caught, we might as well make it worth it. Like,
Nah,
let's have
Joe's
some
just like,
burgers.
listen, Joe's like, we had a hell of a night. We're gonna finish this thing right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna eat some
Yeah.
burgers and go upstairs, throw a movie on, and we're gonna crash out for the night. Hit the bong up. We're gonna hit the grab up. I got a little bit of weed left. We're gonna hit the grab and we're gonna end this thing the way it's supposed to end. You know what I'm saying?
Grizz.
Good night.
Listen,
Hit the grab.
listen, for a man that died young, he lived a pretty nice life for, I'm serious. Like, we had some fun, man. He
Good
can't say he
time.
didn't have fun in life. He did.
What? We had so much fun. Oh my goodness. I'm
Mhm.
glad
A lot
I
of
got
memories.
time with him.
A lot
as
of good
we did.
memories. Wish he was still here though, but a lot of good memories.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can't say he lived a full life, but I would have liked to see Grizz have some kids and shit. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
Because Jeff's
Definitely.
kids are cool.
They are.
They
I
all
saw-
tall. What's up with Thomas? He got all tall on me.
He's all tall and they're all like, he's all handsome and shit. I'm like, damn. Thomas,
Okay,
you
Cal.
like that.
Cal got a crush on. See how the tables turn. Life comes full circle. Kelly got a crush on 18-year-old. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Nah, they good looking kids, man. Like they family, man. It's a good family, good looking kids, man. Grizz was a good looking dude. That was my home. That was my best wingman I ever had. I'll tell you that. If you're on the scene and single, Grizz was a wingman, man. Listen, because Grizz is going, he's the icebreaker. Grizz had confidence. He just strolled right up to him. Hey, what's up? My name's Joe. What's your name? Just check, box her in
You
real
get
quick, like in a
yourself an
booth.
express. Kelly.
Joe the type to just slide in the booth at a fast food restaurant on you. Like, what's up?
He said, are you an express chick? We were at this party in King of Prussia. It was Steve Pagnotti's friend. And
Let's just say Grizz was probably a little bent though. This
we
wasn't
were
as
bent.
smooth
We were
as.
definitely bent. We might have been we were drinking and maybe on some Xanax. But he said, are you an express chick? And then the girl didn't answer for a minute. So he said, you know what? Now you're way too classy for express.
Yeah, honest. What did Joe say to the one boy? Derek knows. I know he remembers. He said, he told me.
Ever get your wig
Wig.
split?
Yeah, you ever get your wig split?
That's
Joe
my
said it
favorite.
calm as shit, like he wasn't serious, but he was dead serious. He was like, you ever get your... Bull was saying something and said something smart, and Joe was like, you ever get your wig split? I mean, came right back with it. You ever get your wig split? I was like, yo, before I could process what Bull said, Joe just fired back with it. I said, oh shit. He said it calm, so I'm sitting there like, is we about to rumble? Like, what's about to go there?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I want to say rest in peace to Eric Vanderslice's grandpa. He died. He was 91 years old.
Yeah.
And that's a major thing. If you know anything about Slice, man, very family oriented. Him and his family were real close. He was real close to his grandparents. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, we praying for him and we hope he's good. I talked to him. I actually spoke to him today. I actually had a beat and he sent it to me today, which was crazy. But I was just checking on him to make sure he was good.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he's all right, man. He's dealing with it. He dealt with a lot of death in his life, man. So salute to him and just let him know that we sending some positive vibes his way. You know what I mean? And listen,
funny.
Yeah. And this track that's gonna come out's fire. Trust me. I mean, he's just one of the best producers I ever met personally. And
Absolutely.
It's a blessing to be around such good talent. You know what I'm saying? Like in Phoenixville, man, like we got one of the best producers, I think, in the underground scene right now in Vanderslice. He's a beast, bro. He works with a lot of other producers. Shout out to Stu Bangers, a few other producers that link up or in that kind of circle of producers that mess with each other and make beats together. They did albums and beat CDs and shit together. So, and they're very successful at what they do. They make a living off music and stuff like that, which is beautiful. It's where I want to get to that point.
Yes.
And so salute to him, man. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to his grandfather. I don't know his name, so I don't want to, I don't know his grandfather's name, but, prayers go out to him.
though, because he was the hardest. He used to take him out for breakfast and stuff. I used to enjoy watching him post photos of him and tell stories about him.
And Eric posted a photo of Jimmy Vanderslice graduating high school and his grandpop and his grandma hugging him. And I don't know if y'all knew, but my brother was best friends with Jimmy V. So they were best friends growing up. That's how I knew Slice since we were kids. Like I knew Slice for a long time. We weren't ever like super close, but I just knew him. I knew his family really well. I knew his brother really well. His brother used to just be over my house all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I seen that picture and it kind of was like, I was like, damn, that's Jimmy. I haven't seen Jimmy in a long time, even a picture of him. So that was dope. And I remember Jimmy just growing up. So all through my childhood, I know Ike remembers Jimmy just being over the house all the goddamn time. He was always over there.
Peace to Jimmy.
I remember, I remember being a kid and I just realized what weed was. And it was Thanksgiving. And
perfect time to
realize it was Emerson and Jimmy. And they came in and my mom kicked them out the kitchen because they was picking that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was all hot. It was high as shit because I could tell their eyes was done. And they went back out and sparked the L and I tried to follow them. My brother was like, nah, you gotta go back in the house. I was mad as shit. I was like, damn, they going to smoke. I'm trying to be around. I was a young boy, so I was trying to be a part of shit. I was probably trying to hit the blunt, you know what I mean?
Most likely.
Listen, I'll give you one more story. Tyson fight, the bite fight. This is the bite fight Tyson jump. We're in Westchester. My brother lived in Westchester, and we went to see the fight. And I took Joe and Nate with me. So we had the fight. And my brother wouldn't let me smoke weed. He let me drink. They had kegs and shit. It was like a college party for real. It was all like a whole bunch of college kids and shit. But we as kids, we was like 15. So we was up in that joint chilling. We was in the mix. And fucking my brother wouldn't let me hit the blunt. They kept passing me the blunt. I'm trying to hit that joint. My brother like, you, nah, nigga. I was mad as shit. Like, I smoke, nigga. Like, yeah, I smoke already, yo. You ain't smoking.
He wasn't trying to hear it.
Probably because there might have been something else in one of them blunts. He was like, nah, nigga, you ain't gonna hit the wrong one going coming through here. Because it was a wild college party. It probably was some crazy blunts.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, but Nate and Joe was hitting, so I was jealous of them all night. Like, fuck y'all, nigga. We go out smoke a cigarette or something.
Oh, okay. So they were smoking.
They're like, yo, I hit like 3 blunts already. I'm like, fuck y'all niggas, man. I ain't smoked yet. And this natty ice is giving me a headache. You know what I mean? Because I need a drink. Like, I'm not trying to drink this natty ice.
Oh my God.
That shit was up the next morning.
But that was the bite fight. That was when Mike Tyson bit Holyfield's ear off.
Oh shit.
Because I was always into boxing, so I asked my dad, I begged him. He was like, I think Emerson's watching. I said, well, can you ask him if I could come up and watch it? And he was like, yeah, sure. Tell him to come through. I was like, damn, I was happy as shit. Salute to M for that one. I think that's when they all lived in the house. It was M, Sid, Vinny. They all lived in the crib together.
Oh, the good old days.
Good old days. Definitely.